Happy Gudi Parva to all you amazing Maharashtrian viewers or whoever is watching my video. Hello everyone, this is Cal your pal, and today I'm going to discuss some random facts about Maharashtrians. So yeah, today is Gudi Parva, so I thought, let's make something about Maharashtrians, and I'm definitely a proud Maharashtrian, half Maharashtrian. Are you guys ready for the Ghati dance? Watch this video till the end. So yes, I'm definitely a proud Maharashtrian. I'm a proud Mumbaiker and I just love my city and my state. So these random facts are actual facts and whatever I have observed or I know about Maharashtrian people. So let's begin the video. Number 1, let's all acknowledge the fact that Maharashtrians are the most welcoming people. I mean, it's not just in Mumbai, but whenever I have traveled across Maharashtra, anywhere, whether it's Goa, it's Ratnagiri, it's Alibag, Mathiran, Mahabaleshwar, everywhere it is. I feel that the people in Maharashtra are very welcoming and just look at Mumbai. I mean, there are so many outsiders who come here in search of work or who are just fascinated by the city of Mumbai, and initially there is a lot of struggle maybe, but they just fall in love with the city. And I think a part of it has to be about the people, because we just welcome people with open arms. The people are simple, seriously. Even the rich people, like people might have the biggest you can say the zamindars or the big restaurant owners, the politicians, and still they will be very humble and simple people. They will definitely show you a lot of hospitality. One advice to all you people who come from out of Mumbai to work here for whatever reasons, please respect the city which actually gives you work, which pays your bills, and maybe even like you're sending money to your family back home. So don't bitch about the people here, don't bitch about the city and how harsh it is. And well, if there are definitely people who are mean to you, it is not just about one particular community. I think those kind of crabs are there in all community and in all cities. And please don't spoil my city by, spitting or throwing garbage, throwing wrappers. Number 2 is Maharashtrian food is awesome. If you have not eaten Maharashtrian cuisine still, please go and have some. I mean, there is variety for everyone, whether it's vegetarians. There is so much of variety in breakfast items, snacks, there's vada pav, there's breakfast items like potato poha. There is thali peet. There is amazing puran pori, which is my favorite sweet dish. Then there is non-veg options, like fish curry and fried fish and chicken and mutton sukka and this and that. There are awesome thalis you get at so many places. I have to seriously buy a tripod. I only know how I've kept this camera. I'm using this old tripod and it's like falling. Look how I'm looking at it. It's just so funny. So there are these awesome restaurants in Dadar, which cater to vegetarian people. Then there is special non-veg places. So there is Aswad. I think I've pronounced it properly. It is in Shivaji Park. Then there is Diva Maharashtracha. Then there's Gomantak, Mama Kani, Panchikar. So many restaurants and small eateries which have such amazing Maharashtrian cuisine. You have to try it. Otherwise, go and find a Maharashtrian friend or neighbor and you can always enjoy some awesome different kinds of Maharashtrian food, whether it's vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Then in that also there is different subcategories. Like there'll be every state has its own flavor. Like Malwani food is spicy. Then the Goan Maharashtrian food is different. Then there will be some other Maharashtrian food which will have more of grated coconut or coconut milk which is used. We personally don't use a lot of coconut, so I don't know what kind of Maharashtrian food mom makes. It's definitely less spicy these days for health reasons, but I don't know. My mom has, like, Malvan and Belgaon roots because of both her parents, I think, from irrespective places. Number 3 is Maharashtrians can speak good English. Now, everyone thinks that, how Maharashtrians speak such gaudy language, and they speak with such horrible accent. Now it depends, if some people have studied in vernacular medium, which is Marathi medium schools, then they definitely might have a little bit of Maharashtrian accent. But it is up to them whether they decide to be fine with it, or they decide to change that and work on their English. Now, of course, a lot of Maharashtrians are well educated, and they speak such impeccable English. I think I speak some good English. It is definitely because I have studied in convent school, then I went to Wilson College. So, and I had a lot of Catholic friends. I had, like, friends of all religions and castes. I was definitely always good in languages, so that is the reason. And it depends on what kind of circle of friends you have, and and whether you actually work on your English language. Now, there are some people who are fine with their little vernacular accent, so, but that doesn't mean everyone speaks like that. Like, for example, it's a pain, then a pain. What I mean is, please give me that pen. But a lot of people, because of the accent, they are like, if they pen, then a pen. Or, Haila, tibang nagri, bikini gatli pa bikini. My God, it's so hotter today, na? I still can't get the Marathi accent that good. But you can come to know they have that. Some of them actually have that, little vernacular accent, but not everyone. Number 4, it is about Maharashtrian music. There is so much variety. There is the classical music, then there is the folk music, then there is the ghati dance music. Then there is there is the traditional dhol tasha music, which is played in Ganpati and all these rallies and festivals. There will be some amazing rallies, I guess, in Girgaon. I think today and on Maharashtra Day. I wish I could, maybe on Maharashtra Day I will try to go and capture a vlog for you guys. So in folk music there is Gondhal, and what is the tamasha? I don't know. It comes in folk music, or I'm not sure. But then, of course, there are these classical music, which have all these rags and all. I'm not really well versed or well learned about that, but I have heard a little bit. And of course, thanks to the internet, we always get to check out some amazing YouTube videos. It's not just about the music. Maharashtrian culture is so rich. The folk dance, and all kinds of dances also, where you have the tamasha, then you have the lavani dance, then you have the ghati dance, which I love. Ganpati dance. And Maharashtrians have always been so deep rooted, or should I say that they have never forgotten their roots. So they'll always try to hold their culture, whether it's about the theater and all these cultural events and music, dance. They always try to hold on to their culture. So they always try to showcase these in events, or through movies, through art, in theater, plays. I feel that Maharashtrian actors are really talented, and that's because they have such amazing level of training. They have been probably doing plays since their childhood, and they know so much about literature, and then they come in movies, not like me. I always ask my mom that why didn't she take me to watch plays, because she I have mentioned this, that she has done theatre till the age of 16, 17, and that's after that her dad was like, nahi ab meri baby, I think she was called, आता baby मोठी झाली, आता नाही जाणार. So I don't know why she had never introduced me to that amazing culture of theatre. So I was always so much influenced by movies, because I think she watched a lot of movies even when she was pregnant with me. So that movie thing has been like, I've been watching movies since I was in her womb. So movies and camera, and now I make YouTube videos, so everything is about, I'm fascinated by cameras, I'm fascinated by films and amazing TV shows, but I'm not really about, you know, theater, which I have watched a very few plays in my life, and I want to change that. I like to read, but I don't know about plays. I'm not. Anytime if you ask me to choose between films and plays, I would any day choose films. Number 5 is, let's talk about the festivals here. I mean, we celebrate like literally all festivals. We are, like I have mentioned this in my first point also, that Maharashtrians are so welcoming. We invite, you know, people from all religions and all kinds of culture and all kinds of backgrounds to please join us in our celebrations. So whether it is festivals like Gudi Parva, or whether it is Ganesh Chaturthi, or whether it is even Eid and Christmas, we go to their houses and celebrate. We try to maintain that cosmopolitan culture as much as possible, at least in the city of Mumbai. I know, you know, even cities like Pune, it's really good. I've heard. I have my best friends who lives there, and the crowd is really young these days. A lot. I like Mumbai. Even like Goa is, it has, you know, all this mix of so much of history over there. But we just, it's almost like we are just blessed. And any society, if you live in a locality which has more Maharashtrians, there are these chawls, you know, like my mom tells me about her days when she has lived in the chawl. You know, both my parents have had really struggled kind of upbringing, and they have really seen some good and some really bad days. I have not really seen those kind of days, but you know, oh my god, when I went to a chawl with her, I feel so bad now, but as a kid, I threw a tantrum. It was really bad. I behaved really in a bad way because I did not want to stay there, and I was so used to just living in my own house. And but she tells me that, you know, they used to have festivals where they used to do everything together, and that's what is about Maharashtrians. And you know, it's all about a community which comes together and welcomes people from other communities also with open arms. Number 6 is, definitely not all Maharashtrians support violence, or you know, political parties which incite violence. और come on यार, political parties का अपना own agenda होता है. I don't think so they care about the common people. Now I have heard politicians who have done some good work in that particular area. That's why people choose that particular candidate. Now that candidate can belong to any political party. It's not just a regional party or a Hindutva party. It can be any secular party, you know. So it is definitely not that, at least not educated Maharashtrians, we don't support violence. My mom doesn't support such political parties. So please, it's all about an individual, and those kind of people are there everywhere. I mean, a country like America can choose a president like Trump. We all know it might be like a lot of people don't vote. That's why this person has been elected, because of lack of that one vote which was required to choose a better candidate. Please, like most of us Maharashtrians are really peace loving people, so we are just very chilled out. We are simple people. But yeah, please don't come to our city and then try to threaten us or try to increase the crime rate, please, because like you are likely to get thrashed. Try fighting with some Maharashtrian auntie in your local train, and you would come to know all kinds of galis you have probably not learned or you probably have never heard of. So that's it from me, folks. I hope you like this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment below and let me know why you think Maharashtrians are awesome, or do you agree with all the points I have stated. Of course, there's a lot more I can talk about, but then the video will be again very long because I've been making a lot of lengthy videos. It's almost like I have so much to say. So yeah, please share this video with your friends, and please subscribe. Please, if you're liking my videos and if you think that I am actually doing a good job, please subscribe. Until next time, it's bye-bye from me. Take care.